Oh boy, welcome everybody to Robeytech. It's so good to see everybody today. It's so good to have you all here on Wednesday, December 16th. We are I think it's like we're almost just a little over a week now to Christmas, which is awesome. And I hope you've done your Christmas shopping. I've done a good majority of it for sure. Whoa. I've done a good majority of it, but I still have some more to do, and I have to fly to LA on Saturday now, and so hopefully Micro Center may have some things that I need. But yeah, it's been a good day as we did a bunch of really awesome TikToks. I have to say that getting to put that up. I think just a reminder, if you don't follow me on TikTok, we like to do humorous things, and so we released this TikTok because FaZe Blaze is somebody who wanted to have the best PC on TikTok, and so at noon today, just a little bit over what is it now? 6 hours ago, we released a video, and it's 210,000 views already, and it's like going like wildfire. And so we did a little bit of a flex, and so with that little bit of a flex, it went a little crazy. Now, if you don't have to join or watch, you can go to Twitter. We have a link to it. You don't have to basically watch anything or like join TikTok or whatever. I know there's a lot of apprehension to some folks around TikTok, which is fine. But yeah, it was pretty funny. It goes from there. Now, be super careful, guys. We have new bots and all sorts of things like that as things are kind of going on right now with stuff going on. But anyway, 780 people here already, which is great. We got some cool stuff going on there. It's already been a bit of a crazy week, and it's only going to get more crazy as we go to 338 hanging out over on twitch.tv/Robeytech. We got a 232 hanging out on YouTube, and then 207 hanging out over at twitch.tv/Newegg. Welcome. I always love that the Newegg folks are here and going from there. It's always awesome. And somebody asked specifically, does Phanteks now make AIOs? And yes, they do. In fact, here it is right here, the new Glacier 1 360 MP. They actually have an all-white 280, an all-white 240. They have a bunch of ones. So yes, Phanteks just as of today, which you can go check out down below. You can check out you can actually check out the link for that if you want to go give that a go. It's down there. They're still in stock. I don't expect them to be in stock for much longer, just given how popular these are going to be. So I'm going to bring up the sheet real quick, so we can talk about it real quick. And let me so that way you guys can see some of the details on it. I got it all kind of squared up here, and go from there. So let me bring up the thing. Remind me later. Sorry. All of a sudden, I just realized I'm super hungry, and I guess maybe I didn't do that from here. Okay, so here it is right here. Just bringing up the info on this AIO. Now, just want to let people know, we'll go through the giveaways here in a minute. I just want to make sure we have the review guide up so we can talk about the stuff that's here. But let's start from the beginning. What do you guys say? My name is Justin Roby. I am the host of Robeytech. Robeytech is a show dedicated to PC building, tech news, tech deals, tech debuts, so to speak. Hype train is already incoming. Of course it is. There we go from there. And so tech debuts. And we are here on Wednesday. The show is now Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, except for this week. We've actually added a Thursday show, but it's typically Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, starting at 5:30 p.m. And then goes till 9 to 10, depending on the complexity of the build. We get more 011 dynamics. This is a live show. The live show is basically because of that. It means unlike when you watch like Linus or Paul or those guys, the build doesn't get done in 20 minutes. We do everything live. We have an incredible community who's here doing it. That sometimes I make mistakes, but regardless, it's always super awesome. And we have a good time because of it. This is streaming to more than just YouTube. So more than just Twitch. It's also Twitch streaming to YouTube. It's also streaming to Facebook. It's also streaming to twitch.tv/Newegg. So because of that, you might be looking and saying, wow, there's only, 500, 400 people watching. Well, actually, there's 1,000 people watching already, and that audience will grow as we go throughout the stream. Let's talk about the giveaways, because that's what everybody wants to always know about just right here at the beginning. Because of the way giveaways work is we have a number of giveaways that are going to happen during the show today. The first and foremost is the Hype Train, which is happening right now. The way Hype Train works is that if you do subs or gifted subs or whatever it was, or bits, that grows, and then if we get 2 of those, we give away a 250 gig NVMe drive. If we get 2 of those during the show, we'll give away a 250 gig NVMe drive right here. The other one that we'll give is we'll give it for 1,000 likes, because there was 170 likes already on YouTube. If we get 1,000 likes on the YouTube video, then we'll give away another 250 gig NVMe SSD. And then finally, down there at the bottom, you see that 5 of 50 or whatever it is. If we get to 50, we're going to give away a $25 Newegg gift card. If it gets to 50 subs, that becomes a $50 Newegg gift card. Becomes 100 subs, that becomes a $100 Newegg gift card. If we get 150 subs, it becomes a $150 Newegg gift card. If we get to 400 subs, that becomes a 3060 Ti. If we get to 550 subs, that becomes a 3070. If we get to 1,000 subs, that becomes a 3080. And by the way, we have now given away what, like 5 3070s and like a bunch of 3080s, which 3070s are shipping out now from October and November. So be on the lookout for those. And so we got a lot of crazy coming on. Now, the last thing I want to let you guys know about before we get to the PC giveaways is we have the sub-only giveaway for the month of December, which is a 3060 Ti, a 3070, and a 3080. We'll be giving it to 3 different subs. The way you get in on that, if you're over at youtube.com/Robeytech, come on over to twitch.tv/Robeytech. Use your free Prime subscription that you basically, or if you're over on Twitch right now, you can use your free Prime subscription over at twitch.tv/Robeytech. Maybe walk away with a free GPU. The other thing too is that lastly, if you, what is the word I was looking for? Lastly, if you want to get extra entries, that's what I was thinking of. If you want to get extra entries, all you got to do is use your free, you can gift subs like what people are doing. That gets you extra entries towards those giveaways. Finally, if you subscribe to tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3, that gets you extra entries. And then finally, if you subscribe for multiple months, that also gets you extra entries, which is awesome as well. So if you want to get in on a potential, hey, that's awesome, somebody got a 5600S. So if you want to potentially win a GPU, then basically, or increase your chances, those are the best ways to do it. There we are, level 5 already, going from there, and it gets going, it just continues to grow. So let's see if we can get it to 600%, and let's celebrate from there. Look at that, there's all the subs going in there. Why? I forgot the ice. And I'm also, apparently I forgot to eat, because like, look at this, I'm like crazy shaky hungry. So I might eat like a protein bar or something real quick, because it's getting like shaky and I don't want to be shaky. So that's weird. I've never had that happen before. So some of the questions, we'll talk about the Glacier one here pretty soon in terms of the AIOs. We are beginning our tests of all this stuff. So we're beginning our tests of all this stuff and going from there. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to go grab a snack. So that way, I know it's getting weird. We're already at level 5. Super appreciate all that support, guys. You are amazing. I've never had this issue, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can get a snack downstairs. Oh, man. Woo. Grab a couple of protein bars real quick. Whoa, 542%. Wow. You guys are crazy. What the heck? I go away and you come back and almost at 50 subs. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Whew. Man. Sorry about that. Just all of a sudden I had a crash. Now, people wanted to know, we are doing the testing on this. Sorry, guys. Just need to eat a snack real quick. Let me bring it up. Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm feeling way better. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. Super appreciate your patience. I'm super sorry. One second. I'm super sorry. Really am. One second. Okay, there we go. I'm ready. Got some protein bars. Woo! Got some protein bars, got some water. Okay. Kelly Short, are you there? I'm back with it. I'm back in. I feel better. Let's go ahead and change the next tier. You guys are incredible. Thank you. Whew. I needed that. Okay, we're at what, 52? We're on our way to the $100 Newegg gift card. $100. Work. Okay, let's do. Hold on. Now it's back up. Okay. Now we're back. Whoo! Whoo! Man, feels so much better. Feels so much better. Oh, man. Okay, so let's talk about these, right? Because I know that was the thing that a lot of people are going in there and asking questions for. So, whoa, Kelly with is it Kelly Short? It's Kelly. So just so you guys know, the build that we're building today is for this fine individual right here. So he's pretty excited. So he's just celebrating there with a little bit of awesome. I know I get a lot of questions like, Roby, where do you get the money to buy all these parts? Well, number one, I don't know if you knew this, but Elon Musk is my father. And I'm a trust fund baby. That's actually not true at all. Actually, all of the where that I get it is I get it from basically doing commission builds, which by the way, I have opened up commissions for the month of January. So if you were interested in getting a commission, we are now opening up the month of January. So if you're, I've been ignoring a lot of those, I'm sorry. But now that we are basically coming up to the month of December, the way that works is that all you got to do, it's a 15% fee. If you want to have it streamed here on the show, we build all the PCs right here, and we'll work together in terms of building the parts and stuff like that. If you're interested in doing that, you can either email me at the link in my bio on Twitch, or you can basically reach out to me on Discord. We'll just chat through the parts, and then I only have so many slots, and with those slots, you get the parts and stuff like that, which is a thing that goes in there. So if you're interested in that, you can reach out to me, and then I can start filling slots. These that we're going to talk about today, Glacier ones. So they retail for anywhere from $124.99 for $169.99. A lot of people say, "Oh, I didn't know Phanteks did cooling." Phanteks has done water cooling for a while now, and I've actually used this. A lot of people use their built-in reservoirs for their cases. They also make stuff like GPU blocks, CPU blocks, reservoirs. So they've been in the cooling business, but AIOs have been something they haven't done in a while. Given how good, let me just say this, given how good their cases are and how much they listen to their audience, which this is probably one of my favorite companies in terms of quality, in terms of both their cases, my case of the year, which we have a video coming out next week. The 2020 case of the year is the P500A. I am not going to be surprised that this is not a quality product, and we are testing this and doing all of our big in-depth stuff on this right now. But it's got things like an infinity mirror cap, and we'll show a lot of this stuff off at the same time. It's got silent PWM fans, which you have the options of both white and black. It's got DRGB. You can get halo frames for depending on if you get the MPH model, which we're not using. It's cooled by Asetek, so it's got the Gen 7 Asetek AIO, which is the same as the NZXT. And then it's got a pump PWM control to optimize pump speed for acoustics and performance, which is something that's a little bit different than some of the other ones. It's also got an out-of-bound temperature sense enabled pump speed to automatically boost up to 3,600 RPM with liquid temperatures that go above 60 C. And then it's also got a built-in safety curve feature to ensure the liquid temperature stays within limits as well. It's got a low-profile pump cap, which is one of the things that I love about it for reduced height, because one of the things that a lot of people do is like now with especially like the NZXT ones are super tall or the deep cool. So these are low. This is a low profile pump. And then it's got rotary fittings located close to the pump to maximize ram clearance, which is something else. Like if you watch the $10,000 build, we've seen some of that specifically where it pushes up against things. And you guys will see this. I'm really, it's more like the Asus. It's more like the Asus AIOs that came out, the ROG Ryujin ones, where it actually has a cover that's magnetic that goes on, and so that cover actually powers it, which is pretty neat. It doesn't have any screens or anything like that, but it is pretty cool. It's obviously it works with Intel and AMD. It's got toolless and intuitive mounting system, which we'll see. We haven't tested. We're going to test on this. It's got flexible tubing, and then it's got 3 tube clips to guide tubing and fan cables for clearance. So that's something that's super interesting is the tube clips. There's actually tube clips that you can put on there to help move stuff, so we'll have to check that out. It's got an infinity mirror. We'll show that off a little bit later. But from performance, it's saying that it's compared to the X53 or the X50, the X53, it looks like the Phanteks Glacier one is a little bit less performant. The X53 gets about 55.9 at 7.6 decibels, and then but on the noise level, it's quieter than both the NZXT and many of the other ones. And then performance compared to stock coolers, it's got some numbers in there. Basically, Intel stock cooler, it was like saying average 68.2, and this was a i7 at 3.8 gigahertz at 100% fan speed, but the Glacier one's like keeping it at a nice cool 27, and then this one down to 24. And then the AMD stock cooler, this has got, a good 10, 15, almost 12, 15 degrees cooler on this. So, yeah, we're going to play with it. It's got some pump. The pump's obviously built by Asetek, and we'll show it in here from there. And then we'll look for our full review when we go through it and basically show that whole thing off. So the Glacier link doesn't work. Oh, what? Okay, let me check that link, because I know it was working. I tested it. Let me just bring it up. Hold on one sec. I'll fix that real quick, guys. Bum, 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 bum. Hold on 1 sec. Sorry, guys. I don't know why. Yeah, there it is, Glacier 1. Okay, I'll put this back in here so you guys can see it. And is it on YouTube, or is it like is the YouTube one that doesn't work? Here's the link. I'm putting it in chat. I'll put it up, or let me put it in all chat so you guys can see it. Here's the link for the whole thing, and then I'll fix it on. I'll fix it on here too. That's the same link I had, but I'm putting it back in here just to make sure. There you go. Okay, so saving that link. So anyway, we'll show this AIO, we'll build it, get it going, and all that sort of stuff. Who's ready to talk about parts? Who's ready to talk about parts? Let's talk about the other parts we're putting inside this PC so we can actually do some building today. What do you guys say? Not me. Laser's like, I don't want to know about it. Like, I'm done. And go from there. Parts, this guy, look, okay. People are like, let's build, Roby. Yeah, we got 62 subs. We're well past on our way. We want to get this built tonight, and kind of get things going. So let me bring up the parts list here, and then we'll go from there. This is not what oh, here it is right here. Okay, so let's grab a drink, and then we'll get going. And then we'll do a dad joke, and then we'll start building. And let's have some fun. That's what everybody is here for. Ooh, okay. So one of the things that we have is for the motherboard, we have the Gigabyte B550. The X570 gaming one. We'll show this off a little bit later. We actually bench tested this one because I've had issues with Gigabyte, and so you can actually see that it actually failed, and we sent it and RMA'd it to Gigabyte, which is why this build took so long, and they had to send us a new one back. So sorry it's not in a retail box. It kind of surprised me, but we got it all figured out and fixed, and so we're gonna take care of that from now on. So this is sometimes we go with some of these things and then we end up with an issue, and so we test it. But this is the Gigabyte. This is the B550 Gaming X. Guess what I'm super happy about with this motherboard is it actually has flashback, which is good. So super happy about that. I'm sorry I couldn't show you the retail box, but we'll show off the motherboard a little bit later. For the CPU, we're going to be using the AMD Ryzen 7 5800X. This is the new 8-core 16-thread PCIe one from here, and then super happy about this. Obviously, this is a lot of people want to get a hold of these. Nice to be able to put these in a lot of my customers' builds, and super stoked about this. Great CPU, great for gaming and everything else he wants to do better. Somebody's asking, hey Roby, which is better for a starter PC, Intel or Ryzen? I would definitely say Ryzen at this point in time. Even though the one thing is that I will say this though, and you know, I was watching the Techs talk about this a little bit earlier in the channel, but Intel is like now the new budget, like the new budget king compared to Ryzen, and a lot of that has to do, frankly, just because of the lack of availability for Ryzen. So it'll be interesting to see if this lasts into the new year, as hopefully stock kind of comes out there. But if you can get a cheap i7 10700K, cheap i6, 10600, or I'm sorry, i5 10600, even you can get like i9 10900 KFs. For pretty inexpensive, and I mean, you're talking about a gaming performance that's equal to anything in the Ryzen 5 stack, just slightly less for less power and less money. So I mean, for less money. So definitely some options there. But right now, if you can actually get a Ryzen CPU, I would definitely recommend Ryzen, given everything else that goes through it. Now, the other thing that's pretty crazy as well is we have been playing with direct memory access, which is the new stuff from Ryzen. We haven't seen a lot of uplift with it, right? So Kevin's been spending a lot of time testing that out. He even did. We have a video that we're going to be releasing next week about all the performance metrics on Cyberpunk, and even with Rage mode, if games aren't optimized appropriately, we didn't see large uplifts there. We saw some weird behavior with it as well. So a lot of the things that we saw as like big marketing things from Ryzen, specifically with their Radeon 6800 and 6900s and their 6800s, they don't seem like there's some driver issues. It's not as straightforward as we had hoped it'd be. Hopefully that gets better with time. But again, NVIDIA also unlocked it with older Intel chips and older AMD chips with their GPUs. So it'll be interesting to see how this all mats out, because you might actually be able to take a 10700K, get better performance with direct memory access on your Intel CPU, but we just got to wait for that to end up in the driver. So some pretty cool stuff going in there. But short answer, sorry to go drag that out too long, is basically that right now Ryzen is still king. For our GPU, we're using the MSI Gaming X Trio. This absolutely, we've used a lot of this in the 3080s. We actually now, I think, after this, we're going to a lot of EVGA, and then we have some, like, I think I have like 3 Gigabyte Vision builds coming up as well. So it's good to see this. You probably won't see this on the show for a little while, but this is the MSI Gaming X Trio. Great 3080. It comes with, the one thing I really like about it is it comes standard with a sag, an anti-sag bracket, which is pretty nice. And so this should be pretty cool, and I think it's going to look great in his build. For our, oh yeah, here we go. This is like, we'll do like the Carter flex right here. You guys want to, here we go. We'll just do a little Carter flex and just like throw, just throw some other ones on there, just to make sure that it's all in there. So we got some other ones we got some other builds coming up that have some additional cards here, but there you go. I'm not Linus. We just have a lot of people who help us buy cards. So that's where it goes in there and goes from there. Okay, for our RAM, we're using Corsair for Vengeance. By the way, this is 4000 megahertz RAM. This is a recent release. This is the recent release from Corsair. This is their 4 AMD Ryzen, specifically 4000 series CPUs. This is 4000 megahertz this is 4000 megahertz RAM. Which is and specifically optimized for AMD. So we're going to put 32 gigs of this in, which should be cool as well. For our cable extensions, we're going to be using our tried and true Asia Horse custom cable. We got black and gray mix on this one. And then of course we have 2 NVMe SSDs. We've got a P1 and a P2. Lucky the techs figured that out. So we've got a 1 gig for gaming, and then a 500 gig for OS, which will be perfect and nice for memory or hard drive management, which is something that I always try to make sure we set up for. And then finally, lastly, we've got the tried and true Seasonic, one of my favorite brands, 80 plus gold, 850 watt semi-modular power supply, which you get 80 plus gold, and at the same time it's a Seasonic PSU, so should be good. It's got the stuff that we need for it, plus you can basically plug in the other things as well. So great build, coming in at a total of $2,600 after tax. So it's also a build that won't necessarily break the bank, which is why we don't have a lot of RGB. It was really about spending money on the CPU, the CPU and RAM and the GPU, which is where he spent the majority of his money. So that's what's going on today. This is not a giveaway build. The giveaways are different. We're going to be giving away gift cards. We're giving away NVMe drives. We're giving away stuff like that. The PCs, if you want to get a PC, we have 2 PC giveaways that are currently happening right now. The first one is a Western Digital Black that we're doing a partnership with them. We'll have links to that showing up here in a second. Then finally, there's the Cyberpunk 2077 PC. Both of those PC giveaways are still active. We've got the Carter one coming up. I think actually we moved that to the week before New Year's. And then we've also got a random PC that I'm going to basically build sometime in the next 2 weeks. And then surprise, surprise, you can win it. So really cool stuff coming up here and going from there. $2,600, okay. Somebody said $2,600 is not breaking bank, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. I will say this, compared to the 2 builds that I did right before this at $5,000 and $10,000, $2,600, when like if you were gonna go buy this PC from like Digital Storm, it would be closer to $3,500 to $3,600. And then if you were gonna go buy this PC from like someone like Origin, it would be closer to that price. $2,600 for what he's getting is actually a really good value. Now, if you wanted to, you could go build a $1,500 system with like a 3070, but a 3080 build for the $2,000 to $2,500 price post-tax, that's the difference, right? So I'm saying post-tax, this is about $2,100, $2,200 pre-tax, is actually a really good value. So just going from there. So that is, I just want to clarify that. Okay. Oh, dad joke. What am I doing? we got dad jokes. Now, if you want to get in on the dad jokes, you want to basically get in on that stuff and give some extra detail or get in on telling dad jokes, you can check that out by joining our Discord. And then we have a whole dad joke section, which is amazing. So I will read them, and then if I like them, I will tell them off on chat, and then give those people credit unless they're really good, and then I just take credit for all of it. Okay, one night a Viking named Rudolph the Red was looking out the window when he said it was going to rain. His wife asked, "How do you know?" He said, "Because Rudolph the Red knows reindeer." Rudolph the Red knows reindeer, which is pretty awesome. Thank you very much, Cody, for that one. That was pretty good. That was a nice longer one. There we go. A nice longer dad joke for Dave. People were like giving the, I thought that was good. Come on. Ronin111 IND was asking, hey, one of the back plates. I will tell you this. I've done it on a bunch of different systems. Yes, one of them is not screwed in. And if you put enough pressure, it seems to hold it fine. But I have seen on certain cases, usually more inexpensive cases, where the little slots that go into the PCI, like the little holders, are thin, that you might actually end up having a loose back plate there. And unfortunately, that is by design. So unfortunate, but that is going from there. Okay, let's go ahead and stop building. Can we get build hype in the channel? Let's get some build hype in the channel. I do think I love the Phanteks P600A. I really do. So I think that's one of the best. The P600, the P500A is probably one of my favorite builds, my favorite PC cases, just in terms of ease of building it, the amount of room it has, things like the GPU slots that they give you. There's just a lot that they do to make it there's a lot that they do that really just makes it nice. So yes, I definitely would say it's one of those things for sure. Okay, so getting out our motherboard here, nice and sealed, cleaning from the factory. I wonder, I'm gonna be curious. We sent this. I wonder if they flashed the BIOS for you. I guess we'll find out when we test this, huh? So there it is, right there. By the way, I love the way this board looks. This is it's a B550, but I just love the way I love the fractal pattern on it and everything else. So it's actually just really a very nice board, and I like the way it looks in general. So going from there, let me see. Where's my? Okay, it's got a little dust on it. I'm gonna get the little dust off of it real quick and clean it up here. There we go. Yeah, I just like the way this board looks. That's got a little bit more than it's from the sticky. Let's grab some of this. Just like the way this board looks. It's a very attractive board. I like the fractal patterns, and it's not as plain looking as some of the other ones, which I enjoy. There we go. Get that a little bit cleaned up. I want that board to look pristine. There we go. There we go. Man, the music's like super chill today. Like super chill Christmas music with Robeytech. There we go. That's much nicer. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's do a quick tour of the board. Who's new to the channel? Who's you say could use it? I like the black and white. I mean, all in all, this is a very black and white build. So I think this will actually look good with everything else going from there. Who's new? Who is new to the channel, like in general? Who's new here? Let's see a raise of hands. What we like to do is we like to like give you a tour most of the time, just to kind of walk you through the board, so that way you can understand when I'm hooking things up just a little bit more in terms of what things are and stuff like that. Today's pointing will be brought to you by, let's make it brought to you by Ryzen. It'll be brought to you by the Ryzen Torque Wrench. This is our pointer today, the Ryzen Torque Wrench. And so we're gonna walk you through the board, just kind of point things out so you guys get a little bit from here. And I will explain, I will explain why what the difference between a B550 and an X570 is, and go from there. So I just want to make sure, don't worry, I will explain all that stuff as we walk through the motherboard. So this is a Gigabyte, this is the B550, which means, and I'll explain a little bit more about that. Up here in the top left corner is our EPS power supply. This is what powers this kind of section right here on the motherboard. This is for CPU. Next to it, it's one of the things that's nice is we actually have a rear fan header, which is kind of cool. Usually you'll find all of the fan headers over here, but this makes it a little easier in terms of doing some wire management and control, which is kind of neat. Right here, this light gray one right here is our CPU fan header, and then we've got another CPU optional one. Sometimes these are called AIO fan headers down here at the bottom. This is our AM4 socket. This has been the socket that Ryzen has used since the release of Ryzen, for the first gen Ryzen, which is cool. We also have, oh, sorry, this is an X570. This isn't a B550. Sorry, this is an X570. It says right there, X570 Gaming X. Did I put the wrong board on the thing? Yeah, I did. This is an X570 Gaming X. Guys, they sent me a different board. So you just got an upgraded board. It was a B550. So the one that we got him was a B550, and they sent us back an X570. Wow, you just got a free board. You got a free board upgrade. There, you got a free board upgrade. That's a happy mistake. Yeah, there you go. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, this is supposed to be a B550 one, and he got a free X570. So there you go. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Well, congratulations, man. There's a nice free upgrade from getting your board replaced. Maybe they felt bad because I was like, whoa. Okay, Merry Christmas. I mean, Gigabyte does a lot of stuff with this, and I was working directly with Gigabyte marketing for this. They may have just been like, hey, we felt bad. Because they knew I'd bring it up when I talked about it on the thing. So the B550 do not normally have a fan chipset. Yeah, I know. Yeah, can I buy a 3060 and accidentally get a 3090? No kidding, man. I don't think that has ever happened. That is pretty dang awesome. So that's good customer service. Big shout out to Gigabyte on that one. So yeah, there is no, I will still tell you the difference between a B550 and an X570, but this is an X570 board. So congratulations, that's pretty spiffy. Okay, anyway, this is the socket. It's been the same thing. These over here are VRMs. They do things like their voltage regulations for your CPU, etc. And then for like doing things like overclocking. This board is definitely capable of overclocking. It is an X570 board, which means it's a nicer bland chipset. Over here, this is our ATX power supply. This is what we basically use for powering everything else on the board. We've also up here, we have two RGB headers, one 3-pin, one 4-pin. Down here is our SATA connections. Usually where you'll see me do things like plug in hard drives. Doesn't happen very much, but when it does, this is where they go. This is our X570 chipset right here. X570 is the one that's cooling. This is another thing that kind of surprised me. I didn't connect that with my brain, but sorry about that. But X570 always has active cooling. Just because the chipsets have a tendency to run hot. These can be louder fans, but for the most part, they're usually not. I think there's been like some MSI ones that I've seen some issues with here. Down here in the bottom, this is our front panel connectors right here. We've got our USB to USB 3.2, which is pretty neat, but no USB-C. We've got two USB 2.0. We got a TPM, which you don't see on all boards, but basically a TPM right there. Oh, great. And by the way, Made in America let me know that the X570, so hey, and guess what? We get to bench this. So we'll make sure it posts. Made in America, thank you very much for that, because we did not, dang it. Okay, so this is our TPM chip for, it's all sorts of surprises. TPM chip, which we use if you have like bit locking and specifically for corporate uses. And then we've got two more RGB, and then we've got our HD audio. So we're also gonna show you how to flash the BIOS and make sure the BIOS is up to date here, because the X570 version doesn't have BIOS flashback. So yay, but though he got a free upgrade, he did slow down the stream today. Right here we have two M.2 slots. Both of these, because it's X570, are PCIe Gen 4 capable. We've got 1x16, 1x8, and 3x1. All of these are also PCIe Gen 4. If you had B550, only the top M.2 and the top PCIe 16 would be PCIe Gen 4, the rest would be PCIe Gen 3. But you got a free upgrade, but I didn't, because now we have to buy it, flash it. And then that one guy who said, hey, the one guy who said, hey, it won't post, well, we'll definitely confirm that, because we'll have to test it before we even go there. So we're gonna put this whole thing together, throw a stock CPU in it, and all that sort of stuff, and we're gonna throw an older CPU in it, and make sure it's ready to go before we turn it all on. So I need to go grab a 27, my trusty old CPU, and my trusty cooler so we can do the bench real quick. We're gonna be boarding this one up again as well. Luckily, I have a CPU ready to go. So making its second debut this week is our Ryzen 7 3700X, so we can make sure that the whole PC works. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our CPU installed and get it going. Luckily, the rest of this, there's no fans to install or anything crazy like that, so the rest of this should actually go pretty quick. Okay, so let's grab our CPU right here and go from here. It's not Randall chill, it will not be that late. This build is much simpler than the one that we did last week, so I wouldn't worry about that. Okay, here we go. So let's zoom in from here. We're gonna go ahead and take this up and pop our CPU in right there. So you're just gonna take it to 90 degrees. We're just gonna pop this in and close it just like that. So there, CPU is installed. And then what we're gonna do real quick, we're just gonna put enough thermal paste on this little bad boy so we can throw our stock cooler on it and just make sure that it works. There we go, that should be enough. We're just gonna put enough into the middle so we can get it installed. Welcome to having 5000 series. We have to do things to make sure that PC's done. Yeah, if some people you're gonna learn about. Now this is something you can do if you want to. You can do if you want to. Just if you get a new PC to just test your components. This is something we do from time to time when we've had issues, like on certain, like every Threadripper board that we get, we always bench test to make sure they work before the show. We usually some of like the Asus Prime P and some of the more inexpensive, more budget boards we'll test beforehand just to make sure they work. Just because sometimes we've had a larger amount of DOAs with those particular boards. Okay, so what we're gonna do here real quick is we're just gonna quickly go ahead and pop on our cooler. Real fast like. We're gonna make sure it's loosened up here. And sorry, given that we have to do this now, I'm probably gonna be a little bit faster just to make sure that we don't go too crazy in terms of time. It is a Wednesday, it's a school night for a lot of you guys, I know. So we're gonna make sure that we get this done and built and out so you guys can go on with your evening, drinking your fancy wines and all that stuff like you do. I know you do. You guys are all fancy wine drinkers. My audience is sophisticated. There we go. We're gonna lock this down real quick. We're gonna put this right here. Okay, so our cooler is on. There we go. Now we're ready. We're basically ready to get this thing up to speed, but we are, just for the sake of making sure everything's good, gonna go and put all the RAM in and all that sort of stuff just to make sure everything works. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Get that off to the side. Okay, let's grab our RAM. So good thing is like once we're done, oh, that's not RAM. That would be our. Where is our RAM? What did I do with the RAM? Oh, there it is. I was like, yeah, let's put our Asia Horse extensions on. I'm gonna, yeah, you're gonna drink a Cabernet. Somebody's gonna drink a Pinot Noir, some Savon Blanc, you know. Okay, there we go, right there. Throw this in real quick. Throw some RAM in. Ram it in. There we go. And there we go. So we're gonna get this on. Okay, so when you install RAM, you see this little slot right here in the PCB. It's called a printed circuit board. You just wanna make sure that lines up. This one actually has dual slots. You're just gonna pop it in just like that. There we go. Same thing with this one. Click, 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 click. Number 2 in. We're gonna grab our other ones real quick and get this stuff installed as well. Who's having fun? Little RAM install fun. Okay, there we go. There we go right there. Now, the good thing is like I'm not repeating. The only thing I'm going to repeat is just the CPU installation. Hey, guess what? This does have flashback. Never mind. We don't have to do this. Thank you very much. By the way, can we give a shout out to our Robeytech techs? Robeytech techs who realized that this does not actually have it, and it does have a Q Flash Plus. Somebody, by the way, made in America. I did read your thing and just assumed that you were right, buddy. So thank you for confirming that it isn't. And we'll go from there. Click. Guys, we don't have to flashback. It's actually built in. So we're going to remove this CPU real quick. But that's how you install a stock cooler. It does typically, but this is my test CPU. So it is my test CPU, and so this one has been used with that stuff all the time. One of the things that my techs did point out, and they wanted to confirm there, is you see this little button right here that says Q Flash Plus. What this allows us to do, and I'm assuming there's probably, yeah, there it is right there, BIOS USB 3. So those two things right there actually enable us to put in our flash our BIOS even though it is not ready. So we are going to remove this stock cooler real quick and get it ready for and actually just not have to worry about it now. So we're good there. Easy fix. Luckily this doesn't have a ton of thermal paste on it, so we're just going to undo that real quick. We're going to clean this real quick and then put in our real CPU because we know we can flash it back now. Now people are like, woohoo! We get to save time, which is all good. Drink count. Oh, what? Wait, why is the drink count 3? What did I do? Okay, I don't know. What are the new rules? Our techs have drinking games around my mistakes, so that's usually why they're pretty loosey-goosey by the end of the show. So I'm curious what the drinking rules are for this one, because we don't have a lot of fans to do backwards this time. Oh, it's okay, Made in America. Dude, you know that I got nothing but respect for you guys. You guys have saved me a ton. So, you know, and I've built 300 PCs and still make mistakes. So it is okay. Okay, here we go, right there. We are using the stock fans in the case, yes. Because for this build, we maximized using, we obviously wanted a 3080 and ideal RAM and all that sort of stuff. So that's what we spent the money on for this particular build. And that's what we're doing. Okay, so we can put this away. There you go. You guys got to see how to install a stock cooler if you wanted to. Not that the 5800X would ever have a stock cooler on it, but if you were installing a 3700X, you could use the stock cooler. I'm going to pop this back in here real quick. A little bit more time, but we're almost back to where we need to be. People want to know, is this live? You can see right now. Do I pay attention to chat? Notice that I was able to pick out what Made in America said and make adaptations immediately based on the feedback from my team. So I do read chat. I do read chat. Okay. There we go. Okay, putting this away. We're good. We don't need this CPU, the backup CPU anymore. Well, we might. Like, this whole thing might fall apart on us, but I think it's going to go fine. Okay, there we go. Well, thank you very much for being on hand, Mr. Ryzen 3700X. Put you down here for next time. Let's grab the real CPU, the Ryzen 7 5800X. Let's get this one in, huh? What do you guys say? This one has like nothing in it. I mean, look at the amount of like unused room in there. I do not have direct access. I have to use an army of individuals to help me get the parts for this, and it is quite the process. But luckily, I have an incredible team of people who are all over the U.S. Many of them near a micro center who help me get the parts. So I'm going in this, going from there. Okay, here we go. Going to top down again. Okay, here we go. Here's our real CPU. So this is a Ryzen 7 5800X. That'd be nice though, wouldn't it? What do you call a half horse, half doctor? A centaur of medicine. I guess I didn't get that one. Maybe I might just be mentally missing it. Okay, so there we go. CPU's in. And going from here. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna install our M.2 drives real quick. I'm gonna do this thing. Where is my one? Going from there. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-da-dun dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. Okay, here we go. M.2s, there they are. They're a little small. Ooh, we're at 69 subs, on our way towards that 100. You guys want me to throw in another giveaway maybe, perchance? Maybe a little motivational giveaway? I'll tell you what, if I get the M.2s installed, if you guys can get to 100 subs before I get the M.2s installed, I will. I'll give away 1 year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. How about that? We get to 100 subs before I get these M.2s installed. I will give away a full 1 year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So that's 100 games on Xbox, 100 games on PC, and 100 games that you can stream to your Android device for sure. So yeah, there you go. But you got it. We got to see those subs. So if you want to get in on that sub only giveaway for the month of December, which is a 3060 Ti, a 3070, and a 3080, pop on over to twitch.tv/Robeytech. You're over at YouTube or on Newegg. You can use your free Prime subscription and potentially walk away with a $150 Newegg gift card. I'm sorry, potentially walk away with a GPU, and then extra entries via things like extra entries from things like gifting subs, upgrading your subscription tier. All those things also get you extra entries towards winning that stuff. So, and then some of our winners. So if you want to go from there. There we go, 72 guys. Let's see if we can do it. We got Red Chris going on 29 subs. We can do it. 22,000 people here today. Thank you very much for all those guys. Hey, Root Bad Code. Dropping in 10 gifted subs. Get it up there. That's awesome. There we go. Death Wish with his Prime sub. While I'm getting ready to install this. Okay, so we're gonna throw the tier. We're gonna go ahead and put the 500 gig down here. We're trying to see what the PCB looks like for this. The very blue. I'm just trying to see here. Well, this might be harder to get off than it was supposed to be. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and remove the PCB on this one, just because it's a little bit cleaner looking. I mean the sticker, for aesthetic purposes. There you go. It's just a nicer looking, it just matches the board a little better and doesn't have that glaring blue on there, so we want to make it look good. So right now what I'm doing is down here at the bottom, you can see that I've got a little slot in the PCB, so I'm just popping that in like that. And we're going to pop this down. This is the 500 gig. There we go. And we're going to do the 1 terabyte right here. I think when I do like SN750s and stuff like that, I have a tendency to keep the stickers on, but if I want, if you don't want, the labeling can be a little bit drastic. This does not have a, okay, I need an M.2 screw. You got a free upgrade, but they did not give me any extra screws, so luckily I have a ton here. Hopefully one of these will work. Yeah, what I need. Make sure this one goes in there. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to throw our 1 terabyte in there right now. Okay, guys, we got 5 subs, and we're like, I'm very close to having this all done. There we go. 4 subs. I'm putting in the last part right now. It's gonna happen. Yeah, it's close enough. You guys get it. I'm not gonna quibble over one. So, oh, Broodwitch just making it happen. But I wasn't gonna quibble over it anyway because you guys did it. I'd say that's close enough. That's close enough for Robeytech. Okay, let's do that first giveaway. How are we doing on likes, by the way? Likes and things. So let's do the first one. You guys, Pog, players of the game right here. For you guys, congratulations, you guys. You guys earned it. Thank you very much for that. 109 subs on our way towards that next giveaway. So I'm going to throw that widget up real quick. And we have 109. It's on our way to $150 Newegg gift card now. 109. Oh, sorry, we need 150. Okay, starting that goal, and then let's do the first giveaway. Cloudbot, there it is. Let's go to giveaways. This is for 1 year of Xbox Game Pass. Just a big shout out to everybody. So we're gonna make this one. We'll make that entryway for that, and I'll talk a little bit about how giveaways work here in just a few minutes. Let me just see if I can find the 1 year of Game Pass. Okay, there it is. Okay, so the way this is going to work, guys, if you've never done a giveaway here on the channel, I'm going to give you an entry code. That entry code will be active for about 2 minutes. At the all you got to do is hit that entry code once. If you want to put it in twice just to be safe, that's okay. Do not spam it because you can get timed out. If you get timed out, then you will not be able to claim the giveaway, and then you'll be very sad. So, and then I will let you guys know at the end of 2 minutes that it's over, and then you can stop spamming. That would be great. The entry code for this, because you guys unlocked it, is !community. !community. I hope you took your testing and you know how to spell that, because that giveaway is starting right now. !community, and it's going for 3 minutes. Okay, this is ready. What we're going to do real quick is we're going to open up our Phanteks and see what the mounting mechanism is for the AIO, because I might have to put brackets on. So we're going to test this out and see what it looks like. The one thing I do like about this, at first I was a little torn because I knew this came with white fans, but I'm actually kind of psyched about it because with the white, any RGB reflections that are coming off of this will actually reflect off, which I think will be pretty nice. Okay, so there's our, here we go, we did our unboxing here. It comes with a thank you for choosing your Glacier thing, and it gives you like Facebook and Instagram. These are instructions. This is the plate that I told you about. So it's got like a little top plate that just pops on. So it doesn't actually have this installed at the beginning. Okay, and then I want to show you this. Like, this is the cable for the Glacier. But this is what I was talking about. Look at this. Look at how low profile that pump head is. It's like super small. Unlike the other Gen 7 pump, which is like you would consider like the, which would be the NZXT. The pump size, the overall pump size for this is really tiny, which is kind of cool. So I'm pretty stoked about that. So this should not be near as high. I'd be curious if I could do like one of these in like an Evolve Shift. Because I mean, obviously Phanteks makes the Evolve Shift Air 2 and going from there. So okay, we're just gonna pop that back in there. Okay, let's see what we got for mounting. Okay, 1 minute left, guys. Okay, so cool thing, one thing we did learn, it does not come with pre-applied thermal paste, so we are gonna have to paint that on. Okay, cool, so this uses these types of brackets, which is neat. Okay, and then we have our normal mounting mechanism for this, which is neat. Okay, so the way that this is gonna work, which we still have to prep beforehand, is we're going to go to top down. We're gonna remove these. Whoopsie. I'm gonna remove these. There's that one. Okay. So you take this off just like that. And then you're gonna take these little things right here. 15 seconds, guys. In a one-horse open sleigh. Okay, there we go. Jingle bells. Wow, my throat is a little... Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride. One-horse open sleigh, baby. Yeah. There you go. Okay, guys, it's over. Giveaway's over. Roby Sinatra. Okay, it's over. We're gonna see the winner picked in just a second. So you do not need to enter anymore. The giveaway's over. Congratulations to Fifth Pig. Congratulations, Fifth Pig over on Twitch. You are the winner of the 1 year of Game Pass Ultimate. So congratulations, Fifth Pig. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take these. They look like this. They're neat little screws, and you're just gonna pop them on just like that. Nice little, nice little easy installation. Okay, now we're gonna take the top one off. La 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Don we now our gay apparel. La la la. Oh, the ancient Yuletide carol. There we go. Congratulations again. It was Fifth Pig over on Twitch. Fifth Pig. Yeah, there we go. Bovine. Is it bovine? Is it bovine? Is bovine the right word? Bovine, friend? Yeah. Okay, there we go, guys. All that stuff is in. We're in now. What we're going to do is we're going to apply our thermal paste. By the way, these are those cool things I was telling you about, the clips for our tube clips, which is something that is new for Phanteks. You can buy them from like Cable Mod and stuff like that, but it's cool to see them actually come with something like this. So we're going to use their NDC thermal compound and give this a go here. There we go. I'm going to give it a pretty good amount. About a rice size. This is a nice sticky compound. Now we're going to grab our thermal spreader, thermal paste spreader. Then we're going to Bob Ross this like a madman. Bob Ross it up. It's a little easier to do this with when it's outside of the case. Like peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Some fancy music playing right now. Look at that even spread. That's actually probably some of the easiest thermal paste to spread. And once we got it kind of across, I'm gonna do like a nice little one more even kind of across the whole top there. There we go. Okay, thermal paste is applied. Thermal paste right there. There we go, right there. Got some thermal paste done. We got the case ready. Now we can put this off to the side. Ready? With my fancy music. Hold on, let's get our staging area ready. There we go, right there. You guys ready? Get ready. My fancy music. There we go. There we go. My fancy music. 785. Yeah, it's very graceful. Yeah, 10 out of 10. There we go. Yeah. Vaulted, Justin. That's right. Okay, we got the board ready. Now we want to get our case prepped and go from there. I love this color, by the way. I get a card. This is like that nice, it's almost like that Mercedes flat gray, which I really, I don't know if you've ever, I don't know if you're big car people, but the Mercedes makes an AMG version of their CL65, I think, that is like a flat gray like this, and really like this. I just really like the look of this particular case, and it just stands out. I dig it a lot, and so stoked to actually get to use it. It's one of those ones that's it's very rarely in stock with the thermal the door, so pretty stoked to get to use it. So let's strip it real quick and get it prepared. Cool thing about this is I just know the new AIO we have will fit very nicely in this. And then the inside is also just, look at this color inside. Sorry, I just love the black and the gray on this. It's such a nice color. I want to do like almost an Imperial themed PC in this with like red and black and gray, which would be really nice, but just overall really like these cases, especially. It's got such a great finish to it, fit and finish, and so probably one of my favorite P600s ones. It's just not a color that a lot of people choose, but luckily we got it chosen on this one. So there we go. Take the top off. Got that plenty of room for that 360 AIO we're going to be putting on this. Going to keep that frosty 5800X for him. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to take the front off like that. There we go. Our case is prepared. Our case is prepared. Now, one thing I want to let you guys know. Oh, we'll take the little dust filter off. One thing I will let you guys know on the P600S, one of my favorite things about the P600S, but also can be a little bit of an issue, is the P600S actually comes with an integrated fan hub, which is, let's zoom out so you guys can see a whole lot more than what I've got right here. It's got an integrated fan hub, which is right here. But this top fan, you want to push it in a little bit and loosen it up. So just because it has a tendency to be very tight, so I'll pull it up and then loosen it because it'll interfere with the IO shield in the back. So one thing is just give it a little bit of slack so you don't end up getting it stuck back there. Okay, so once that's done, flip it over, flippity-floppity. There we go. Yeah, we've already got the black exhaust fan. I think all in all, this build's gonna look really great. Okay, and then we're just gonna pop this in just like this. And just like that. And don't worry, the IO shield is integrated in with this one. There we go. See, again, just love the way that's gonna look. It's just a very clean look to it. And we have some great black and gray cables to go with this. So I think this is just gonna come out being a very slick, almost blacked out build, which will be nice. I think if you did like some white, like a little bit of white RGB off of this with the reflection off the top, it's going to come out looking really great. So, okay, we're going to grab our accessory box. There we go. There's a little accessory box. Oh, okay. Grab a little drink. Somebody built a PC in the NeoCube. I gotta go look at that. That sounds rad, dude. Today there is no hype. What are you talking about, OP Gamer? There's always hype. Always hype in this channel. There's so much hype. Let's get some hype. This case looks fantastic. You could say it looks Phanteks. Oh, there's Filthpig. Filthpig is our winner. Okay, let's grab our, oh, it reminds me, I need to get that Cyberpunk code. I got it today. Okay, here we go. We're gonna pull this down. I'll have to get it, Blondie, I'll have to give that to you tomorrow, by the way. The Cyberpunk code winner. Okay, we're gonna push this one a little bit in. There we go. Get our PC in. It's coming together nicely right now. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We don't have to worry about the back fan in this one because, frankly, the back fan is plugged into the fan hub on this case. But we'll plug in we'll plug in one fan header up here because that's the easiest place to plug it in, and that's for the fan hub. Putting in our screws real quick. Welcome back, Galden 454. Here we go. Okay, just gonna continue to work our way and get these last fans in. These last, sorry, screws, not fans. And then we'll install our AIO real quick. Pretty excited about this AIO. Okay, that is in. Most of our, like, because we didn't have to worry about fans, so to speak, it actually ends up becoming pretty quick to get this taken care of. Throw those in there for him so we can save them. Those go in there. Okay, now let us get our AIO prepared because this is pretty much in good shape. Ready to go. Let's grab the rest of our AIO and get that done. AIO. And on this AIO, he had some fans. Thank you for the $6.99, Lucas. Appreciate that. AIO. I'm a console gamer. What's happening? We're just helping out another gamer. There it goes. It's out. Okay, there we go. So there's our cabling, and then like I said, I want to show off these headers. The headers. It's not a car. It's a pump thing. Okay, so here we go. Here's our massive, whang! It's like a lightsaber. Here's our fans. Pretty sure our. Oh look! Oh, that's cool. So these fans are daisy chainable. That's pretty neat. Okay. Okay. Nice. 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 Nice! Nice daisy chainable fans with peels, which that doesn't, I don't like that, so to speak. Okay, there we go. And then here's our little, look at this, like look at the size of that. Look at that. Look how thin that is. Isn't that nice? Nice low profile right there. Mega nice! Here we go right there. Some very fancy, that's easy, that's all there is to it. Very, very thin AIO top, which is cool. Yeah, let's get this up a like of this, and in a like of this. Okay, there it goes. Okay, that's out of the way. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this like this. Make sure the fans are like this. Ooh, let's peel the fans real quick. There we go. Let's peel our fans. Look, there's a fan peel back here. These are fancy, like mega fancy, like metal fans back here. Like spared no expense, Phanteks. Look at that. That's like a fancy label there. Fancy label. Fancy. So fancy. There we go. Okay, fans are prepared. Okay, now we're gonna put this like this, make sure that's good. Put that like that, and then this goes like this. Oopsie. I want this the right way. Okay, fans are going like this. Sucking air through. We got a lot of room in the case for the top, so mad suckage. Okay, so what we're gonna do right here, see? Look at this. Daisy chain. Look at that daisy chain. Daisy, daisy chain. Gonna daisy chain our fans because it's easy that way. Daisy, daisy chain. There you go. Fans are daisy chained. Okay, now what we need is screws. Screw you, fans. We don't need that. We do need that. We do need this right here. That's what we need. That's where the happiness is right there. Okay, pop that in there. Pop that in there. Let me go ahead and grab our topper. So we can, when we mount this in just a few hours. Just kidding, it's not hours. Yes, you are right, Tragic Wonder. I think you nailed it. They're good at the little things. They're good at the attention to detail, which just makes them very good. And so little things are always what kind of makes what I really enjoy about their stuff. Okay, so here's our little fans, little cables. 10 points to Gryffindor, because I love when, also when companies do stuff like this, which is just, you don't have a full screw, it's just a nicer look as well. So, and hopefully we'll see what the tooling's like. That's one of the other things I've noticed about. So nice tooling, very easy to just kind of pop in and screw in, which is nice as well. I'll try to fangirl a little bit. I really like Phanteks' stuff. And they haven't done anything that's really disappointed me. I think the Evolve shifts might be, it was not, and that was actually, that was not their fault. It was the freaking EK AIO that really kind of screwed that up for me. So I am going to rebuild it. Oh, Poncho. Oh, Poncho. I'm not going to screw the fans. This, you will see how nice this fits in the Phanteks. This will do as well in the P500A as well. So, yeah. There we go. Again, the proof is in the pudding, and we're going to run those numbers to see how the whole thing runs against other AIOs as well. So our friend, our tech director Kevin will run all those tests. The fans are not the wrong way. They are. I'm basically pulling air. I'm not pushing air. I'm not pushing air through. I'm pulling air through. So that's what I wanted. For what he's using and for cooling, it's absolutely fine. Okay, almost done with the fan installation here. So again, pulling air through. Air is going this way and then exhausting. And it's coming like air is going across the whole board. So should be good. Should be jolly good. Jolly good. Jolly good. Okay, just getting that little thing out there. This is all the extra stuff we need for installing and mounting our AIO, which will be easy in just a second. Push this off to the side as we get our case up here. Case Syrah. Here we come. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now, what I don't know, let's go to side view. This is their cables. This is their cabling. And their RGB, if I needed RGB, which it doesn't. Okay, so here's our cabling. It's got a fan splitter. This is RGB right here. Okay, so this is the cable that you need for all this. So it's got a RGB splitter, and then where's our? So this is like, what is this? How's this supposed to work? That's the only thing that you have? Is that it? Really? Oh, there's the RGB. Okay. Okay, so there is actually different things. So what we're gonna do is we're going to add, I'm gonna make sure what this needs. This is our little plate here, right here, that we have to use, and it uses a, looks like, oh, so this is a daisy chainable RGB. Okay, cool. I don't need to worry about anything in this. All I need is this. And I think actually this will be long enough, so we should be good. Okay, so what we're gonna do, because this has so much room on it, we're gonna grab this right here, unscrew it. Okay, so here is our fan header, which I guess what we could do is I could daisy chain these the other way and then do it a splitter off of the thing. I don't think that would look good. You can do a splitter, no, well, it actually may not be no, because that's going for the pump, and I don't want, oh, I could do pump and fans off of the CPU. I could do the pump and the fans off of the CPU, which would ramp up the fans too. Oh, that's interesting. Question is, do I do that? PWM. I'm gonna try it. We're gonna get a little crazy, guys. What I'm doing real quick is I'm going to actually daisy chain these the other way than what I had them before. And I'm going to plug this in to our CPU fan header. And then we'll actually run everything off of the CPU fan. And then we'll have double the control here. Okay, so I'm gonna take that, plug it in right there. There we go. Okay. And I'll get all those cables done. Okay, so then we're just gonna pop this up. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so another thing well, maybe. No, maybe not. I was about to say, I thought it was gonna work, but I don't know if it's actually gonna work. See, like one of the things I enjoy, but this one is not gonna do it, is when you can use your fingers to plug in it. It's like the tooling is just good enough that you can use your fingers to screw in the little top screws, but this one doesn't look like it's gonna let me do that. So I have to do my one-handed installation here. Okay, hold that. Okay, next one. Opposite corner here. There we go. Okay, now we got that. I'm actually going to ever so slightly, not too much. That's gonna look like that, which we're good. Cool, okay. I could, I'm curious if, in this case, just given we have the clip things, I don't know, I think I'm happy. Okay, let's tighten this down. I'm happy. Yeah, you can, so somebody's asking, yes, you can actually do a dual build in this PC, and you could have a streaming PC and a gaming PC in the same one. I've actually done that build before, and it's actually pretty cool because it's just less desk space if you want to run a dual PC setup, which is actually kind of nice. So yeah, that's why you would do that. Okay, getting through it here. 121 subs, guys. We're almost 30 away to giving away, going towards that 3060 Ti giveaway. We want to get to that. Yeah, it's you have there's a couple things you have to do for it. You have to get a special bracket from Phanteks, and then there's a special power supply called the Phanteks Revolt X. It's a 1200 watt power supply that allows you to plug 2 PCs into the same PSU. If you use both of those, then it becomes really easy. And then what you do is you can horizontally mount one of your GPUs and then vertically mount your other. So it also looks nice. So pretty cool. It can get a little bit crowded, but it is possible. And I've actually made it look good. That was a long time ago, like a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago that I did that. Okay, there we go. Okay, Mobo is in, our thing is in. Okay, what I'm going to do now is here is our little plate that we need. This is our GPU plate, or sorry, our AIO plate. I'm going to put this in. Oh, I'll do this when we lay it down and mount all this stuff and just open it up. Okay, this is all garbage, and let's get our AIO mounted. And then we'll run all our cables, and pretty simple, straightforward installation, ladies and gentlemen, for this little thing. Okay, here we go. Going to top down. Hold this so it just goes down nicely. There we go, just like that. Okay, now we're gonna do, to get a thing, what we're gonna do real quick is, there we go. And then I want this to go like that, so make sure that's on like so. There we go. Okay, cool. That's in. Look at how low, that is like low profile in the way that you want it to be low profile. Look at that. Yeah, that is so crazy small. That's impressive and very easy to install because of it. That is so, just being able to hold this down like this, there's plenty of room for the tubes, if the cabling doesn't get in the way. That's pretty cool. And I love how small the pump is. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, we have a little thing that goes over it to make it look nicer, but we haven't gotten there yet. We will. People are asking, it's not the prettiest. No, it's because it doesn't have everything on it. So what I'm doing is just quickly screwing these down. This is super, super easy to install. Like, super impressed with just how easy this is to get on. Wow, okay. Sorry, I'm just like impressed. Okay, we're gonna just tighten these down. Like the toollessness, like look at that. I was able to screw those almost just finger-wise to the point where they're tight enough. Cool, good job. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and zip tie all this stuff up so it's out of the way. One of the things I thought was pretty neat is they give you a splitter, and that is gonna allow me to run all of our cabling. Actually, I might just run it all the way up here. No, this one I'm gonna have to run down. That I'm not gonna be able to run down. Okay, this one will have to go down. Okay. We have a couple groups up here, and then we're gonna make sure all these are zip tied up here. Or just up here. Might unscrew that and zip tie some stuff here in a minute, but yeah, that will clean up here. Cool. Okay, that's out of the way. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our Phanteks. So this is what makes it look pretty. This is our little Phanteks thing. We're going to run this up here. Run it through this little slot. And this goes on it just like. We'll zip tie this after we get it kind of controlled here. And this goes on this somehow. There you go, just like that. Cool. All this stuff goes up. What is this? Okay. Okay, what I'm gonna do real quick is zip tie those. I want to clean this up real quick. So I'm going to clean this up so it's nice and situated. Oh, sorry guys for the, oh, it's zooming in on my head. I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys don't get that weirdness there. There you go. Okay. And what I'm doing right now is just making sure that what's coming off of the motherboard itself up into the little room thing up there, like where I hide all the cables, is nice and clean. So that's what we're doing right here. I'm gonna run a couple of those up. There we go. And we'll run all the rest of this stuff down into a hole here. That should look nice. There we go. Flip that around. There we go. This around. Flip this around. Come on, baby. Flip around. There we go. Okay, cool. Now that's all clean and ready to go. And now our AIO looks nice. And then what we can do is, because we have these clips, check these out. You can kind of make it look nicer and spaced out. I actually probably want to do it this way. There we go. And then you kind of have like a nice, kind of cleaner look there with your tubes, and yeah, pretty neat. I might actually do this and then have it twist around to the other side. There you go. No, they came with spacers. Yes, it actually came with tube spacers, which is actually pretty cool. So yeah. Yeah, the tube clips are nice. I like those, and it keeps it like nice and clean looking, which is kind of cool. Okay, what do we got now? We're gonna flip it over, hook up all our front panels. Our AIO is installed, which is nice and easy. And we are actually in cooking with gas, ladies and gentlemen. Where is it? And that's held on by a magnet, and we'll just simply, bam. There's our infinity mirror for the Phanteks, and flip this over and pull these other cables down a little bit. All stuck up here. Oopsie, you want to do that? Only unplug something I didn't want to. There we go. That's all the cables we want to come through the back here. Okay, that's really it. That's the only cable that we have from the back. The other thing else is all up in. I might zip that in there, but everything else is staying up there, which is kind of nice. Cool. Okay. So what we're going to do real quick is, just to make sure we're safe here, do one more zip tie right there, just to do our controls. And then RGB, we have an RGB extension cable here. We're just going to make sure this stays clean now. we go. Okay, cool. So this is for our RGB, which if we had a P500A, you could just plug right into the 500A, but we don't have that on this one. Okay, so one thing we are going to have to do though, which I just realized, oh yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of where our fan headers are. We have one in the corner. Oh, I could actually probably run this all the way over there. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna take this, zoom out for you guys. Take this right here, which is this is actually the controls for our fan hub. And then we're gonna run this up on this path right here. Through here. And that'll get plugged in the top corner. Yeah, that'll get plugged in the top corner, so that'll take care of that problem. Okay, now we have our RGB. This is going to go all the way down here, I think. So we're going to plug this in. It's our RGB for our thing. Okay, so I think this is going to go. Let me just make sure RGB is down there. Yep. Okay. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to basically put all of our front panels where they belong. Okay, so that's what we're working right now. So this is going to go over here. Fortunately, there's no USB-C on this Mobo. Okay, so we're going to control that a different way. I'm going to undo all these. And I'll control these later. Once we have everything hooked up and ready to go. Okay, so USB-C, don't have to worry about. It's gonna go up here. Okay, front panel connectors, one right there, right here. Okay, that's that. Got USB 3.2 goes right here. USB-C is gonna stay up here because it's just gonna get cable managed away, and then HD audio goes way over here. And there we go. All of our front panels are now ready. So that's everything ready to get plugged into the Mobo. Let's get this out of the way. And okay, flip this over. Finish hooking it up. There we go. Okay, here we go. So this is that little cable, this is that fan that I had from the top, sorry. It's gonna go right here. There's our fan header, it's plugged in now, in a nice, beautiful spot. That is so cool. Love it when a good plan comes together. USB 3, we'll take care of that here in a minute. Well, let's do it now. That's the easiest. This is like, you wanna come from a 90-degree angle, essentially. Actually, we'll do this one just because, get it out of the way a little bit. It's actually got two headers, which is kind of cool. Okay, this is our, and I'll zoom in and show you all these here in a minute, guys. I'm just gonna plug them in because it's a little easier. Okay, next up we've got this is our RGB. We'll be able to make everything look good. Gigabyte stuff. There you go. Okay, RGB is plugged in, and then finally, last connectors already. It's going so quickly. Is our reset switch. Goes right there. We have our power plus and minus, and then our power switch. Power switch goes right there. Power plus and minus. Okay, cool. Now, all of that is hooked up. Front panels are all hooked up. We're going to quickly cable manage all that before we do our GPU and stuff, and then we will get our GPU in and stuff. Ugh. Okay, so now that's all done. What I can do is start getting everything ready to cable manage. I'd like to push as much of this up into the case as possible. So we're going to do a little bit of a swirly swirl here in the case. What I'm going to do real quick though is, okay, so what you do is you grab your massive collection. Where's my small ones? Another bag of small ones. I can't find them now. Well, we'll use these. It's fine. We're going to grab our massive bag of collection of wires here, of our zip ties, just to kind of start getting things managed. There's that. Next up, here's that one. Okay. We're going to move this. I think I can actually run almost everything from this right side. This kind of off. No, that's going to go up, sorry. Okay, now, what we do now is we start to run all of these things into a single cluster. So for that, because it's going to be powered. It goes in like this. There we go. And the whole thing here is just to make something look as clean as humanly possible. And if you can have clean looking cable management, cleanliness is next to godliness, if you know what I'm saying. And just because, let's do this. There we go. And last one. There we go. Okay, now what we do is we just simply snip, 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 snip. A lot of boys are wincing right now when I say the word snip. 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 And snip. There you go. Then, just to continue to make sure the look finishes, is just wrap these around. Let's see the little additions. There we go. There you go. Okay, then take these real quick. And you've got, there you go. Nice, clean looking, simple, and effective channeled cable management. Now, if you want to make it even look more god tier, you can add more ones in there from the other, but all in all, you just want it to look and have it kind of clean. Now, this is not, these are just out because they're going to be used for when we put the power supply and all that stuff in here, but for the most part, very clean and easy to control there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just do this because I want it out of the way of the PSU. There you go. There you have a nice clean, what do you guys think? Clean? I think that's very clean, right? Okay, so got that done. Next thing, we're gonna install our GPU and our cable extensions and finish the build. And that also looks very good. Okay, cool. Now, let's grab our GPU. Everybody say GPU time. Okay, now because I know this is the MSI Gaming Trio, we're gonna have to remove all of these. Take these two off. And we're gonna go ahead and we have to remove these because we have the stand that goes with it, so. All these come out. Ooh, that wasn't not what I wanted to do. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's get our GPU out. Oh. There's our nice little protective that off. Take that off. Okay. Here we go. Okay. GPU time, guys. Here it comes. Massive MSI. $3080. There we go. Looks good. Okay, now we need to put this on. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and screw in the top one. Okay, there we go. Now you're gonna screw in the kind of the top one first here, just to get this placed. And then you don't want to tighten it down yet until you get pretty much all of it in, because this stand can shift. Just as an FYI. Do the bottom one next. Just kind of get them in. Here we go. There we go. Make sure it's in the right place. Tighten it down. There we go. And there we go. Okay. Now, whoa. Okay, there we go. Those are all in. This stuff put away. Okay, there's that. And now, put that in. Whoopsie. Put that away. Nice. Ready to go. Okay, so his GPU is in. Now let's get our cable extensions in. YouTube reached. Okay, we're gonna do our next giveaway. This is for 1,000 likes on YouTube. Everybody say thank you, YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Okay, so this one is going to be for a. This will be for a 250 gig Western Digital M.2. Now, there's 25, almost 2,300 people here, so I'm just going to let you guys know. I'm going to talk about the giveaways real quick because this is like the first of our giveaways. Okay, guys, so we have 3 giveaways that are happening today on the show. The first one is about to happen. We gave a Xbox Game Pass, but that's not a typical one. First one's going to happen is for getting 1,000 likes on YouTube. That's going to give a Western Digital 250 gig Western Digital NVMe drive. We're going to hit a second hype train in about 30 minutes. That'll be for additional 250 gig NVMe SSD. And then finally we have the one that's down at the bottom, which is right now it's on its way to a $150 Newegg gift card. That'll be at the very end of the stream. Basically, the way the giveaways work is that we'll give you a word. It'll run for 2 minutes. You only need to enter once. If you want to enter twice, just to be sure, that's fine. Do not spam because you can get timed out. If you get timed out, then you won't be able to claim. The other thing that's also happening, which you're getting very close to, we're halfway through the month, is the sub-only giveaway for the month of December, which is a 3060 Ti, a 3070, and a 3080. We're giving away one of each of those. The way that that's basically going to work is all you got to do is if you're over at youtube.com/Robeytech or twitch.tv/Newegg, pop up over to twitch.tv/Robeytech. Use your free Prime subscription that you've got if you've got Amazon Prime. That gets you a win, and you may potentially win a free GPU. Now, if you want to get more entries into those giveaways, all you got to do is basically gift subs. That gets you more entries. If you want to upgrade to Tier 2 or Tier 3, that gets you more entries. And then finally, the last one is if you subscribe for multiple months. Now, I did find out that Prime subscription and Tier 1 subscriptions are the same. So Tier 1 subscribers only get 1 extra entry to giveaways. Tier 2 get 3, and Tier 5 get 5. So if you are getting a higher tier of subscription, that basically gives you more things. I thought they were different and you were paying extra for those. So I just want to let you know that we did change that up a little bit. So, and then finally, we have 2 PC giveaways that are going on right now. One is the Western Digital PC. That was, I think it ends at the end of this week, maybe next week. And then finally, we have the Cyberpunk 2077 PC that is also happening. And then we finally have the Carter PC that'll be happening the week after Christmas. So there's all the giveaways for you. That's what's going on. The code to enter for this one is !YouTube. You want to get on that. That is happening right now. Okay, so starting that giveaway right now. Two minutes, guys. Now let's start putting our stuff in here. First one I need is, not that one. Need it, okay. Okay, we need that. Here's our 4 of those. And then these you don't need. We have this. Okay, there we go. There's our things for that. And our CPU ones separately. Thing later. Okay, I'm gonna grab my, do that one afterwards. What do I need? Okay, I need one of these, which is just to make the whole thing look nice. should be. That is a 3-pin. Oh, I thought I had one in here. Okay, I need to go grab. I'll be right back, guys. I need to grab something. Ugh. There. This is, yeah. Okay. Why? Okay, we're going to be picking the winner here in just a few seconds. Giveaway is ended, guys. You do not need to enter anymore. Congratulations to Michael Uland. Michael Uland over at YouTube. You are the winner of that giveaway of the 250 gig NVMe drive. Congratulations, my friend. Okay, what I need is not one of those. Okay, so we're making our cable combinations here. Not that one. That's what I was going to work. Okay, cool. Okay. Now I need a couple of these. Okay, cool. We're going to go ahead and get our cables. These are our power cables. We're doing a black and white combination here. Just to finish the aesthetic. So the first one that's going to go in here. 1:31, guys. 30 minutes until the next hype train for sure. Maybe a little less. It actually might be any minute. But you want to definitely, if you want to get in on that, if you want to, don't forget, if you want to use your free Prime subscription, you can potentially walk away with a GPU. Let's look at our numbers today. We got 1,178 people hanging out on Twitch, 936 over on YouTube right now. Thank you very much. And then 181 hanging out at twitch.tv/Newegg, which is awesome. Thanks, guys. Oh, overhead. Yes, we're going to do that in just a second. I'm just getting the cable extension on here. Okay. Okay, so our first cable here. Ugh. I'm going to run this real quick through this. There we go. Okay, so there's our first cable. Next up, do our black one. This is for the power supply. There we go. Okay. Just getting our, make sure let's make sure I do this the right way. I don't want the text drinking. It goes like that, yeah. I didn't do it the wrong way. That would have been a drink for them, but I caught myself. 134 subs, guys. We're getting super close to $150 Newegg gift card. Somebody just want to drop that up and get it on, because then we'll start moving towards that 400 towards the GPU, which you probably want to have during hype train, because Hype Train always drops a lot of subs, so if somebody wants to get that going and then have Hype Train try and drive it towards the GPU, that may not be a bad idea. There we go. I love it, Sick. They've been hard to get. I think I have a 6900X and I have a 60. Somebody was asking about Ryzen builds. We do have some Ryzen Radeon builds coming up, a 6800 XT build coming up. So we do have some of those coming up. But I don't have anybody who's used a Supreme yet. I don't have a lot of 3090 builds on the list, so. Why is it 4, Kilt Man? What was it? What were the 4? I didn't know what that was. I would say the 3070 and the 5600X are the 2 bang for your buck next gen combinations. There we go. A couple people coming in here, watching, dropping some subs. We're at 36 now. Thank you very much for the... Oh, thanks, Yeti. I appreciate it, man. Hi, Noob. How are you? Intel or AMD? Budget right now is Intel, but AMD is currently, like, it's hard to not argue for AMD. Outside of the problem is that just right now it's just impossible to get AMD. So you can get some really good deals on Intel now because of the release of 5000 series. Which, I mean, is still great gaming CPUs, and you're not really, like, if you're doing greater than 1440p gaming, then it doesn't, or 1440p gaming or higher, then it doesn't really matter. Because the CPU doesn't do that much. And we've kind of seen, like, some of the hype around rage mode and some of that stuff hasn't really kind of worked out the way we kind of expected it to. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's that. And our, whoa, top-down camera is frozen. Hold on one sec, guys. Top camera is frozen. Looks too good. Properties, deactivate. There he comes back. It's fixed. I got it. Okay, there we go. Top camera is fixed now. Okay, we got it. Okay, now, just want to make sure these are all up. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. 147, guys. 3 away from the next giveaway. Let's finish it out, ladies and gentlemen. Dun, 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 dun. A newborn king to see, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Me and my drum, pum-pum-pum-pum. Oh, Sternum, thank you very much for the, there it is right there, and there's 150. Okay, so now moving on towards the 3060 Ti. Okay, going to all widgets. So we're at 155. So this is the RTX 3060 Ti giveaway. We're gonna go to 400. We have 155, 12. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there, the next giveaway is up towards the 3060 Ti. Hype Train's coming up here pretty soon. We've given them away. We've done it away already, so don't worry. Like, people are like, oh, that'll never happen. You'd be surprised. Our community, this community is incredible. Okay, there's that one. We're installing our GPU cables here real quick. So we got 3 here. Oh, something smells good. Somebody's cooking. I'm definitely gonna be hungry after this stream for sure. I mean, I ate some protein bars, but they were the Nature Valley ones. They're like very oat, and I know that I'm gonna need to put something substantial in my stomach. I'm trying to think about what I want to eat. Been like on a hot wings kind of kick, and I might do some hot wings again, something a little proteinish. I've lost like I don't know, if a long time ago, it was a while ago. I actually I lost like almost 300 pounds. And so 120 of that was without surgery, and then I got surgery afterwards. And so my tummy, like my stomach, my appetite is very small when I can eat. And so it's just, I don't get, when I eat very little. So yeah. Yeah, thanks. It was awesome. And then we summited it like not last year, the year before. Last year I summited Mount Adams. We're supposed to summit Mount Rainier next year. So yeah, I do some mountain climbing and all that sort of stuff. So if you follow me on social, you'll be able to follow along on some of that stuff as well. It should be cool. So thanks, man. No, 300 pounds. Sorry, not 400, 300 pounds. 330 something pounds was what I lost total. It's pretty good. Still pretty, still a lot of weight. Okay, here we go. There we go. I'll have to post a picture sometime. Again, it's been a while since I've done that. Oh, this is not that's not a GPU cable. They don't, what? That's not a GPU cable. This is a, whoop, what the heck? Like a weird set here. That's not a GPU cable, that's a CPU cable. Okay, I'm gonna have to change the order of this. For some reason, I'm gonna do white, black, white instead. Sorry guys, we were close. And you'll get a spare one of these. I got it, for some reason I only got 2 in here. Okay. We'll do white, black, white, which actually will be okay because I think that'll be a better highlight actually. It's tough with some of these things because I have like I have to buy like multiple sets of cables, just given some of these use 3 GPUs and some of them don't. So it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, did I accidentally use one from this one or whatever it was? But I think this will actually look good too. There we go. It's funny because when I was doing this, I was like, oh man, I'd rather do white, black, white, but I don't have the cables for it. But then I realized I do. So this will actually look a little bit better and it'll have a little bit more pop to it, especially with all the white, and it'll bring out the white in the motherboard a little bit better too. So a little bit more pop with the white in the top of the fans, and so it's actually a very black and white build in that thing, which I think will be pretty neat. And then we'll change the coloring, the lighting and stuff to all white, and then he can do whatever he wants afterwards. It's his build, Ciliosaur's build, but still. There's a lot of white in this build, so that's the thing, right? Is like, I think the white just ends up popping it a bit more, which is nice. Is this, oh, one of these is like stuck in the wrong one. There we go. Okay, now we have our cables ready. Okay, we have this little drawer right here. Pop all this stuff into. And there we go. Okay, guys, it's PSU time at this point. Looks good. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Yeah, baby, get it on. PSU time. By the way, cooldown is complete. Hype train is ready to leave the station. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. It's ready. Give him a bunch of extra cables here that he can play with. So remember Hype Train, if we get 2 of those, all we got to do is if we do Hype Train, then we'll give away 250 gig NVMe. I think this is all. She's got a lot of options here. Oh, not doing that one. Okay. Let's do it, guys. Hype Train. The way Hype Train works is somebody's got to drop some gifted subs, or any one of those things will get it to unlock. And then we'll start moving towards there. Come on, guys. We can do it. Free Prime subscriptions. If you want to do all that stuff, then you can do and unlock that last Hype Train. Get the hype going. Bits, all those sort of things will get it unlocked, guys. There it is. Great one, dropping the tier 1 subs, and it starts. Here it goes. Choo choo, baby. Let's get it on. Okay, we're at level 3 Hype Train already. Okay, that goes in the box here. We're gonna turn over and do our PSU. There we go. Jeff Spidey gifting some tier 1 subs. Level 3 complete. Turn this over. PSU is almost ready. I want this as tight as possible. And then this will go right here. So get that done. Okay, PSU is ready. There we go. Wow, that was fast. 197, almost halfway to our goal. Level 5 complete. With a couple Prime subscriptions right there. 170%. Well, right now I like to spend the time just calling people out as we basically get over the top. So thank you for all those gifted subs so far. No, guys, it stacks. We're gonna, with a $150 Newegg gift card, we'll give away if we don't get to the 3060 Ti. If we get 3060 Ti, the $150 Newegg gift card becomes a 3060 Ti. So that's the way it works. It's like stacking. The more hype, the better the giveaway, so to speak. 218%. Let's go, guys. Anybody else wanting to drop it in there, we'll call them out. PSU time, guys. That's right. It's our C-Sonic right here. Some more little addentions there. Hey, thank you very much, Ryan, for the tier 2. Some bits right there. Thank you very much, Foxfighter, for a tier 1 sub right there. Thank you very much for that. Static with a Prime subscription. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. Another tier 1 right there. Hype. That's right, guys. Now this is a semi-modular, there was a time, it's like semi-modular, not as big of a deal. The only cables there's a bunch of cables that are included with this, which I'm okay with, because we'll keep most of it cable managed. There's no performance thing, but just there was definitely a shortage of PSUs there for a little while, and so it's good to have. Wow, that is a nice. Hey, X Ghost, thank you very much for the 5-tier subs, man, for the gifted subs. Appreciate that. Wow, that's a nice clip for custom water cooling. Seasonic is a great, Seasonic, a lot of people like NZXT and a lot of brands rebrand Seasonic PSUs because they're just really high quality PSUs. So Seasonic is a great brand and definitely one of the best in terms of just options. So there it is. Okay, there we go. Let's give it the smell test. You guys ready? Smell test. That one's pretty light in terms of the smell. Nothing too bad there on that one. That's actually a pretty light one. Seasonic smells the best. 468, guys. 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Again, thank you so much to my family and my team for all of the support that you guys give us every single show. Thank you, Suburban Cowboy. Appreciate that. You guys show that you love it with all the subs and everything like that. Yeah, they've been around. An anonymous gifter. Thank you very much for the anonymous one. I don't know what I'm smelling. I don't know what I'm actually smelling when I do that. That's a good call. If it ain't smelling like fish, huh? Okay, there we go. Peel's done. Let's go, guys. 1 minute and 42 seconds left on Hype Train. Okay, we're gonna undo this. Hey, Dice, thank you very much for the gifted sub. Smedley, welcome to Tier 2. Hey, Eddie, thank you for the $5 super chat. That's huge. There was so many tricks. What's up, Trey? Trey's here. Yeah, we have, what, 2,000, over 1,000 pretty typically, which is pretty awesome. Okay, there we go. We'll probably save this because let's see what we need. We need, what do we have on here? We have our CPU. We have 2 CPUs and VGA. And we have additional VGA here, which is good because we'll need all 3 of these. Okay, so let's grab, what we need is we'll need 1 of these. Yeah, Sarah, that's true. Okay, thank you. He said it's, he's saying it's basically, it's from the, it's off-gassing from the process. 541%. Thank you very much, guys. 173 bits. Thank you very much for that. 214. We're halfway to the GPU, which is awesome. Okay, we're going to throw in our SATA here real quick. And the only other thing we need is a VGA. One more VGA cable. Here it is right there. I don't know. You know what? It's honestly, I was really surprised. I went to look today at the P600s, and like I noticed it was even off of Newegg's website. So I'm hoping that's like it's not like at some point in time they used to be easy to get, and then now all of a sudden they've gotten really hard. And I'm guessing it's because of the holidays, but I'm hoping soon. Okay, so here we go. There's a bracket for this one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna unscrew this. Before I do that, I'm gonna grab my. There they are. Thank you very much, guys. We'll do that giveaway in just a second. I'll go grab the giveaway in just a moment and give him these Seagate things. I'm going to take the zip ties. Those belong to me. It's part of my tip-free $20 super chat from Bernie. Bernie, thank you very much for the $20 super chat. That's huge. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much for that. Okay, let us do the giveaway. Everybody say thank you, Twitch. Thank you, Twitch. Twitch was the one who unlocked that one, so thank you very much. So Twitch is thank you. So thank you. Everybody say thank you, Twitch. You are amazing. Okay, so the way this is going to work is we're going to give you a code. The exclamation is going to be exclamation point Twitch. It's going to run for 2 minutes. You only wanted to enter once, maybe twice, but don't spam because you can get timed out. I'll let you know when the giveaway ends. If you're over on Newegg, you do need to come over to my channel to enter to win, and then you can go right back. That's twitch.tv/Robeytech, starting that giveaway right now. 250 gig NVMe SSD starting now. Okay, let's get this in here. Okay, we're gonna grab these and take these out. Almost done with this build. 8:05. It's gonna be an early stream, guys. Oh, we're gonna peel this. Come on. Come on, baby. You can do it. Come on, peel. Like the hardest peel in the world on this PSU. There it goes. Ooh, that was a lot of peel. Okay, there we go. Just checking, I got a text message. $20 from Randall Hill. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much, Randall, for the donation. That's huge as well. Thank you, sir. Okay, now what we're going to do is make sure we put this on right. I'm going to zoom out so you guys can see. Okay, so it's always the weird part where I'm like trying to hold this while getting the holes lined up. Okay, over in 13 seconds, guys. There's that one. Okay, 2 more. One more screw. Okay, here we go. Screws are in. Just gonna grab these. Okay, getting that in. Here we go. There we go. And okay, cool. Now let's grab our do our little cabling here. First one we're going to do is we're going to grab our CPU cable, which is right here. It's our CPU cable. That's going to go right up here. Plug into this. There it is. Congratulations to Detailed Pig. Detailed Pig was the winner of that one. Wow, it's a pig day. We got some Detailed Pig and what was it? Filth Pig were the two early ones. But Detailed Pig, congratulations. You are the winner over on Twitch. So congratulations, Detailed Pig. So next giveaway, we still have the $150 Newegg gift card unless we get another 190 subs, which we have 216, so that can happen. What we're doing right now is we're just going to quickly get this build to the point where it's ready. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're just going to easy fix. Okay, then what we're going to do is going to hide that right there. A little trick with the P600s. Get that in, and then we use the drive tray to hold it there. There we go. Okay, that's in. And then we'll get all this stuff in once we get everything else done. Okay, we have one SATA connection. One SATA connection goes right here. Now, in order to keep this under control, I am going to just do this. There we go. There we go. Then we'll keep that done. Now, that takes care of that. Now we have our VGA right here. This is CPU. Oh, that's VGA. No, that's VGA. That's VGA. This is CPU. Okay. These are our VGA cables. Now, because we have 3, it's going to get plenty of power here. And because that case holds it, it's a little bit easier to control this. Okay, that's not working. No, well, it'd help if I actually did it the right way. There we go. There's one. Okay, just hooking up our last cables. The second VGA cable. Oh, no. A little weird thing where I didn't quite get them. There you go. Okay, there's that one. Okay, we got one more VGA cable right here. Okay, here we go. Last VGA cable. And all we have is the PSU cable, and that's the end of the build. Oh, gosh darn it. Come on. There we go. Okay. Okay, now the last cable. Do this. Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, last cable. There we go. I don't think that might pop up a little too high. We'll have to see. Might be okay. Okay, let's get this last cable kind of zip tied down, and then we'll be good to go. This is where we need one of the big boys. Make sure we have enough. And that is it. The PC is done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay guys, so if you want to get in on get your extra entries in for the last giveaway of the night, which is a $150 Newegg gift card, we're going to be doing that giveaway pretty quickly since we're so close to having this build done. And so if you want to get extra entries, again, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 1 subs all get you extra entries. Your prime subs also count as extra entries for that stuff. And then you're still entered to win that awesome, oh geez, I forgot to do that one. Okay, well, let's do this again. You're still entered to win that December only sub giveaway that's happening at the end of the month. For a 3060 Ti, 3070, or 3080, we're going to be giving to 3 lucky subs. So you got a 3, chance of winning one of those is pretty high. Okay, here we go. Okay. There we go. Now it's all cable managed. Okay, let's see. Oh, see if how it came out. Okay. Who's ready to turn it on? Build is ready to go. We do have to flash the BIOS though. That's a good point. I forgot about that. That's the one thing we're gonna have to do here in a minute. Do a BIOS flash. So let me grab my AMD real quick. Grab our BIOS real quick. Okay. We grab the BIOS for the Gaming X 570. There it is right there. Okay, support BIOS, download. Okay. X570 Gaming X. Just gonna put this in here. I'm assuming it's gigabyte.bin, I think is what I think it's what it's supposed to be. Or is it gigabyte? Yeah. Okay. I think it's gigabyte.bin. Okay. No. I already have a gigabyte.bin on here. Yeah, it is gigabyte.bin. Okay, there we go. We're ready to flash the BIOS. Okay, there we go. We're gonna put that in the BIOS flash board. Okay, and here is our build. See how it looks? How does it look? Looks good. A little bit of twist in there, but that's an easy thing to fix with. There we go. Looks good. Build looks good. Okay, let's go ahead and throw the extra parts back on. I'm gonna go ahead and real quick fix one thing on here. Ugh. Oh no. One sec, guys. One little weird cable didn't get pulled through. What the deuce? Why are these being so hard? There we go. There we go. Yeah, it all looks clean now. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just making sure that the case, the fans and the things are good. Okay, cool. We are in good shape. let's finish this. Pop this on the back because I'm not really worried about it. There we go. Easy snap on. And easy snap on there too. There we go. Build is complete. Now what we're going to do is quickly plug it in and flash our BIOS. And this is going to take a couple minutes. There we go. And just turn it on. Now what we're going to do, there's a little button. Let me find it here in a minute. There's a little button down at the bottom that we're going to push. And that will flash the BIOS. I'm going to find my little cable thing here. I have a, oh no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted, yeah, something in here, sorry. Basically push it with. There we go. I've got my little device to put, whoa, the side camera's frozen. That's old. You're like, wow, how'd the build all of a sudden get fallen apart? There we go. Makes more sense now. Oh no, the side camera's being weird. Okay, sorry guys, the side camera just weirded out on me. We'll go to cam link. See what's going on. Is the camera on? Yeah, it's on, okay. What we're gonna do real quick is just start the BIOS flash. By pushing that button right there. There it goes. Okay, BIOS is flashing. So now the BIOS is flashing. Just doing its light thing, and we just wait now for a little while. This is what we're waiting for now. 223 subs. Okay, we're gonna start our giveaway here pretty quick. I think I saw a drink 4. The fins where the cables are going through. It's actually specifically just for cable stuff, which I think is pretty rad. So yeah, that's what it's for. Okay, it's reading the BIOS now. It's doing the reading now. And so we're just waiting for the BIOS to finish flashing. Let us do, I mean, I know we got, we're going to do the giveaway in just a few minutes. We're going to get there. Just going to wait for the BIOS to come up, make sure it posts, because that's the way we celebrate. And then we're going to, once we get that done, then we'll find somebody to raid. Yeah, the gray paint looks so good. Yeah. So, yeah. We want it to post, right? We want post hype. For sure, but right now we're just waiting for the BIOS to get done. Well, let's read chat while we wait. Let's see what's going on there. Hot. Yeah, it's a good looking build. Yeah, it's just supposed to be clean, which is what he wanted. $9, that is a great. It's a matte gray, which I really like. The AIO is got there. It's thermal pasted. I thermal pasted in there. Yeah, we got post hype. Is the GPU does have RGB. Hey, what's up everybody? Open the covers. Yeah, you can open the covers. We can do that so people can see. There's the covers. There's it is right there, and we can take the front one off and just get more airflow. Just they're on for There they are. Very quiet. The fans are doing a really good job. I can feel the air pulling through that. This is the Phanteks P600s. I would recommend the. I like most like the Aorus X, the B550 Pro Wi-Fi. I really like. I like the anything from the. I love anything from the Asus ROG line. The ASRock ones, I forgot the ice. The ASRock ones are okay. But I've been really digging, like with the and they have some. They actually are easier to update. Can you install a floppy drive on my game? I have no idea. I don't know what your PC has it. Yeah, the Night Dweller. Yeah, this looks really cool with the RGB fans in. Someone requests the build not be clean, like throw dirt on them, give them the '90s PC style, like straight up put it in like a. I mean, dude, it's up to them. They pay for it. Sometimes I don't. There's people. Oh my gosh, we're not rating Phased Blaze. Hey, how many people does he have watching right now, Mutang? Red and yellow Lego build. Do a Lego case. The air is pretty fast right now. Okay, so it just got finished restarting. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and it's good because it just got finished restarting. So we're gonna get ready for the next phase of this, which should be plug that in. I think the light's done. Oh, it turned on. Ooh, that's cool. There we go. It's turned on now. And I see something on the screen. Oh, I should probably take the, I might reboot this, but I do see stuff on the screen. That's very clean in terms of the overall look. It's very nice and clean and simple. Yeah, I like the way the AIO looks. I agree. It's pretty sweet. Okay, we're going to shut this off. Oh, it did post. Dang it. I was just slow. We shut this all the way off. There we go. Okay, it does post. Man, it's so quiet. It is really quiet. Okay, there you go. Well, the plan is to change it all to white for him before it goes in there, so I think it'll just be neat. I really like the way it looks, though. The AIO does have RGB. You just control it via the app. And there it is right there, guys. Capture. It did post. Hopefully it shows up here in a second, but it is posted. Come on, baby. Show. There it is. Reboot. Boom. Post. It is posted. And it is ready to go. So we actually have a working PC. So whoever that guy was who said it wouldn't post, you're wrong. You were wrong, buddy. Posted. No problem. We got it all done. Thank you very much for the fastback feature. Okay, so what we're gonna do real quick before we start the giveaway, because you guys know how I run. We're gonna start the Windows install, and then go from there. Post Roby hype. That's right. Thank you very much. You guys are all crazy supportive all the time. We're gonna start the giveaway. We're gonna start the OS install real quick, and then we'll do that giveaway. And then we'll find somebody to raid who's not Blaze, because he has like a bajillion people probably watching him already, and he'll be like, oh, somebody raided me with your 1,000? That's nothing. Okay, giveaway coming. I'm just gonna grab a OS disk real quick. Oh, I think, we'll see what's on here. I think this one's the one I need. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get Windows installed. Ugh. Boom. Ugh. Start that installation, then we'll start the giveaway. I love it. I love it. I love it when a good plan comes together. And this is a very clean build, which I really enjoy. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to restart. And there it goes. Now we wait. And waiting and waiting and waiting, and then we'll start this thing here. I don't know about Native. We've done him already. TKA, you're going to leave before we do the giveaway? I'll see. It's going to be up to Blondie. Blondie always takes a look at it, so we'll see what's going on. There it is. Now it's installing Windows. Yay! And now we can start the Windows installation process. And once I get to the certain point, then we'll install now. Starting this. There we go. Next. Custom. There it is. Next. Okay, Windows install is going. Okay, so we're going to start the giveaway now. 228 subs. That is amazing, guys. Super appreciate all of your guys' support on this stuff. Let's go ahead and start the giveaway and go from there. Okay, so this last giveaway is for a $150 Newegg gift card. Big shout out to Newegg, who's our biggest sponsor for this stuff. So everybody say thank you, Newegg, because Newegg's the one who basically makes this show happen on a consistent basis. And let's go to here. Okay, so again, remember, tier 1 subs, you get 1 extra entries. Tier 2, you get 3. Tier 3, you get 5. So if you want to get extra entries, you can upgrade real quick if you want to. If not, a big deal. We still have the sub-only giveaways that are happening as well. That's 3060 Ti, 3070, and 3080. Coming over, user-free Prime subscription if you want to get in and potentially get some extra entries for this. The entry is !Newegg now, and it's going to last for 2 minutes, starting that giveaway right now. Okay, giveaway is going, guys. And the installation is going. Bum, bum, bum. I'm going to check if Blondie has some recommendations for a raid today. I can look and see what we got in our target list too. This build came out really good. I love the way even the way the PSU looks in the whole thing. The white and black came out very clean. I really like the way this looks. So yeah, let me see who's on. Let me look on my list too. She's checking. See who's on my list as well. Nice with Covent's playing. Nated's playing. He's playing Fortnite though. We'll see if there's any. I need to find some other smaller ones and see who's going on there. If we have like a really, yeah. If you have recommendations for Blondie, some people that we can like check out or let mods know and look in and see if we can find some other ones there, that'd be cool to know. Trying to find some humble people to throw it forward to as well. Official Disney gamer. That sounds different. Guys, we're not going to take any recommendations because I just don't know enough about those people to throw them in there. So we're trying to find other people as well, but I don't. Let me see who else. Let me see who's on. Let me see if there's anybody else I follow because I have a lot of people I follow. I need to get more. I'm going to mute this. Okay, good. So Kip, Nicewig's going Covent, Nated, Newegg, which is me, Brittany. That's all who's basically going in there. What else is going in here? Me. This guy building. I'm looking at the other ones who's seeing like anybody else is doing anything kind of cool. Guy like coding, Footy drinking on MQTT, people doing graphics. He's robot hacking. That's kind of crazy. Blondie is saying, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick tonight. I think we'll probably end up doing. Let's go and do. We'll do Covent tonight. We'll do Covent just because I know he's safe. One from there, and we did a pretty good job with them. Okay, so let's do, oh, we got 16 seconds left. We'll do Covent tonight, and then we'll find some other ones. How about rating? I don't know any of the other people, guys, so. I raid the coder because I just got finished coding. Yeah, I wish, if we had, new ones, that'd be kind of crazy. There we go. Okay, here goes Russian roulette. They're picking the winner in just a few seconds. Don over on YouTube. You are the winner, Don. Yeah, raid Robeytech. Yeah, that's yeah, raid myself. Congratulations, Don. You are the winner of the whole thing. Congratulations. You won a $150 Newegg gift card. Congratulations, Don. Bot rigged, huh? There we go. Apparently the bot's rigged, guys. Okay, let's see if we can find somebody to raid. I want to say thank you very much. Congratulations to Kelisor, who won. This is his PC. This is commissioned PC. So this is his that he's going to be taking home here very soon. We are back tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a special episode, by the way, guys. We are building a PC for a little kid who's going to be watching. I don't know how old he is. Maybe he could be 15, but he's going to be building a PC. His dad has commissioned this build specifically for him. We're going to be wishing him a Merry Christmas, and he's going to go. He has no idea it's going to be a surprise. So that's going to be tomorrow. That's going to be pretty touching if you want to come tug the heartstrings like I want to. I love that. And then we're back on Friday for Aussie Pete's build. So we got 3 pretty awesome builds, and then that is it until Monday, Mod Monday, where we're doing things with taking things apart. A YouTube channel called Taking Things Apart. We're going to delid an Intel CPU, basically put it back together and all that sort of stuff, which should be absolutely awesome. So you're going to want to tune in for that. And then we're back, and then Wednesday, and then that's it for Christmas, guys. So I think we have what, like 4 streams left, and then hey, it's Christmas. So 4 stream countdown and going from there. So anyway, guys, that is it. Let's find somebody to raid. We're going to raid Covent tonight, and then we will see you tomorrow. You guys are amazing, and we'll see you later. Actually, we're going to raid Brittany because she has less people. We're going to do Brittany. She's playing Call of Duty. Starting that raid now. Have fun, guys. Come on, let's give a ton of people to go. How many people can we go? Let's get over 1,000. Maybe not. Okay, it looks like we're going to get like 800. That's still awesome. Thanks, guys.